Welcome to the second match of round 2 of the losers bracket. We have down here in the bottom left Children of Gaia with I use GoA on Celesta, Castle on Alder, and PV equals NRT on Hydros against Motuko. Up in the top right we have Tuhokon on Vex, Kosad on Celesta, and Mohis on Hydros. Let's take a look at their composition. And as we can see here, we have Castle going for one engineer, one sentinel, PV going for an engineer as well, while I use GoA is going with the Snurp Herder. Kosad is going to go for an engineer and a patch bot, Mohis one patch bot, one sentinel, while Tuho is going to go for Cinder Beetles and patch bots. Also, the Pyrosaur is going to make his first appearance in this tournament. We have this shadow here from PV, so Mohis will have to get his Sentinel out in time. Now let's get this game started. And here we go. Let's take a look at Castle. We have him going for seed bots and heavy bioshards. PV just going for supply, and it looks like he might be going heavy scuttle guards at this point. GoA is going to go for a production slot and not really producing anything right now. He is going to split his wisps, which is a really nice thing. Kosad and Tuho are up here taking their camp, while PV and Mohis are duking it out in the middle for a little while Castle is just taking down this easy camp. Tuho is going to go for one Cinder Beetle, it looks like. Kosad still on wisps, while Mohis is just going to go for his scuttle guards. We see an engagement here, and GoA has been pinned, and I believe that he did not lose a whole lot of wisps in that engagement, but he has to retreat with those two as well. We see another engagement down here from Castle and PV against Mohis. They are able to take down a few scuttle guards there. Tuho and Kosad now have control over this top left side of the map, and also Celesta here is going to use his wisps to take out a few critters as well, while Castle and PV are down in the bottom right corner, and they are farming at will, not really contested by Mohis at this point. He is still just clearing out his easy camps. PV still going for a scuttle guard at this point. Castle now is going to bring one Bramblethorn to the table. GoA actually getting an early attack damage upgrade, and he has two Snurp Herders queued. So very interesting stuff from him. Kosad is going to transition into Deadeyes. He has to warp in those wisps. Tuho again, he still has to warp in his Spitfires and that one Cinder Beetle. It looks like PV and Castle have retreated for a little while to take down this camp, but they are now back in here, and they actually managed to get us around on this Scuttle Guard. So nicely done by them, while clearing out those critters. 30 seconds until the first Titan. And it looks like both teams are just even right now. PV is going to dive in here with his scuttle guards. He is going to be backed by Castle, and I don't think that Mohis will be able to push them back, but they just want to retreat at this point. I believe because the Titan is so close, only 5 seconds away. Tuho and Kosad are getting pushed into this side of the map, and it looks like Blue is going to be the first team that gets on the Titan. That was a very nice slow from Castle, and Tuho is going to go down. A few wisps are going down for Kosad as well. Those scuttle guards are very important. They must not be taken down, but unfortunately for PV, they end up dead. During this time, GoA was able to dish out quite a little bit of damage on that Titan, and Castle is doing a good job of zoning out his opponents. The first Bramblethorn for Castle is here already, and it looks like he has one engineer in production as well. And that Titan fight went uncontested for our blue team right now. Tuho is again trapped by Castle. he is able to get away. We see that the first Deadeye is here and is attempting to get some snipes off. That Scatterguard will be able to run back, but this Titan is healthy as a bull and will take down that tower, and most likely the second one as well. The entirety of the blue team is here supporting the Titan as well, but they have to move. There it goes. There's the Titan going for the third tower, not choosing to go for the Warp Spire instead. We see GoTo with a heavy composition of wisps. Those wisps are able to do a lot of damage, and that Bramblethorn tanking there is doing a great job. PV, in the meantime, he has two shadows ready to be warped in. GoTo going for tech level 3, while Castle here is getting his second Bramblethorn and that Engineer. I don't think this Titan is going to be able to get the Warp Spire, but with a little bit of help from the blue team, they might be able to do so. Motuko is going to get taken down. Castle is low as well, and that tower might actually finish him off. So he has to be careful there. Only one shot away, and he is going to be dead. Kosat is getting chased by that Bramblethorn quite heavily. The Titan is almost dead, and those Deadeye shots are very dangerous for Castle. This Warp Spire is going to go down. Castle is low, he has to back away from there, and that Bramblethorn is not in a good spot, is going to be taken down. That is a nice pick off for the red team. Watch out for those Deadeye shots, they can deal quite a lot of damage, and at this point the blue team wants to just get out of it there. That Snurp Herder is not going to do all that much. We see those shadows coming in, but they are not enough all by themselves, so I believe that they should stand back just for a little while. Only about 5 seconds until medium camps spawn, and both teams, they are not really in position to tackle those medium camps. There we go, they have spawned here, and it looks like finally now GoTo and Castle are going to go for this medium camp. PV is getting chased out of this top left spot. This iron cannon is doing some work on that tower, but unfortunately Kosad is not enough to stop this medium camp from going down. Nicely done. That Bramblethorn is the unit that you want to tank those medium camps with. And the boss goes down, but it looks like Tuho and Mohis are actually taking the other medium camp as well. So pretty much even at this point, but resources tell a different story, as we can see. And the same can be said for income. We see the blue team have pumped a lot of bioshards from their generators. That shadow is very nice there, being able to just trap Mohis' army, and another shadow goes down. This whole army is there, and PV might actually want to come down here to seal this fight. Let's see what that Bramblethorn is going to accomplish here. It might be able to try and get some Scuttle Guards, and there we go, that Deadeye shot is going to miss. Overall, incredibly nice shadows by the blue team, but not able to capitalize on those. PV is going to go for his upgrade to tech level 3, as well as one Quadrupus. Let's check out what Castle is going to do. One Sentinel, one Physical Resist. Mohis not really producing anything. Tuho has only now warped in his Spitfires. 10 of them were free to warp. Kosat has 2 Deadeyes in here, making the transition to tech level 3 and 1 Engineer as well. But resources right now are heavily in favor of the blue team. They will definitely want to take down this camp. We can also see this Engineer down here. He has planted this iron cannon, which is going to take down that tower, and it would be nice if that Engineer will be able to take down those as well. The Titans have now spawned, and it is a great opportunity, but watch out for this Engineer. It must not die there. It looks like it might just there we go, he just saved it. And Titans have spawned, and the blue team is already in the middle. Red team again late to the party. It looks like Engineer still alive down there. We see there is one shadow here, another one there, trapping Mohis and his army. The second shadow is moving in, but they have to be reinforced by something. PV only now going up there, trying to support those shadows. One of them goes down. But they did what they were meant to. They have delayed the red team enough that they were able to take down this Titan again pretty much unopposed. This is a full health Titan again, and they still have that one shadow. This engineer can be really effective at just planting down one iron cannon about here. And we can see the entirety of the blue team is now marching towards this healing generator. The Titan is here already, tanking shots from this archive tower. The die shots going down. The shadow is activated up there. And not really much is accomplished by this shadow. Only 3 scuttle guards were trapped. And you don't want the shadow to be attacking. They have to retreat with it. And it looks like this engagement is going to be a little bit clunky for the blue team. Not able to do that much damage, and that ultimate won't do anything from GoTo. This archive tower might actually go down. Let's see what our players are building at this point. Nothing from PB. Castle is getting his trebuchet. This scuttle guard is going to go down as well. This iron cannon, nicely placed there, is in range of those 2 towers. Actually just took down one of them. And we see an ultimate from Castle, again not really going to do all that much. And I believe that the blue team has to just get out of here. The Titan still has a little bit of health left, but they will not be able to close this game with the present army. So hopefully they are going to realize that and back away, either wait for the next Titan or try and backdoor this archive at some point. Titan goes down, and it looks like that iron cannon expired just before it could take down the other tower. Nice engagement from the blue team. Nice push there. They didn't end up losing all that much. GoTo still has his conduit, his Deadeye. This engineer is darting around, kiting that medium camp. PV is trying to escape with his quadrupus, but careful with those Deadeye shots. Actually gets one of them. Nicely done there by Kosad and his Deadeyes. And the trebuchet is actually here. They are going to use it to take down that medium camp a little bit faster. 50 seconds until hard camp spawn, so there is quite a little bit of time for those players to try and get something done. Kosad and Tuho are pushing this tower, but there is not that much DPS at this point. Let's check army supplies. As we can see, the red is basically all out of army. They managed to take down that tower just barely, and now they have to get out of here. Mohis is trying to get a little bit of resources by doing that. I believe this iron cannon is going to get shut down by Mohis before it can get too much done. And we can also see another push up here from PV, GoTo and Castle. And Castle looks like he wants to go around, leaving his Bramblethorns to heal a little bit. Those Deadeye shots actually hitting PV in the face, but wow, two Deadeyes go down, 4-2 go down there. That heat wave isn't actually going to do anything, and actually those were Kosad's Deadeyes. And careful with those as well, another one goes down. As we can see, this iron cannon is planted right now. But Castle is here to intercept, and I don't think that it is going to get this tower quite in time. Those Bramblethorns are going to make short work of it. The hard camps have spawned now, and GoTo and PV are doing a good job in here on the top left, clearing it out. Castle really wants to take down this iron cannon at this point, before it can actually kill that tower. Tuho and Mohis are choosing to get their safe hard camp instead, and with the help of that trebuchet, I believe Castle is going to be able to take down this hard camp with no problems. Unfortunately, those aerial units, he cannot attack those with the Bramblethorns, so he has to wait for GoTo to get there with the aerial support. And we see a lot of army coming down here from PV, 3 Aquadillos and 4 Quadrupuses in total. That is indeed a lot of army, and it can get very scary for our red team. We see Mohis running around with 2 Ice Frogs, and he has 2 Aquadillos in production as well. Titans have spawned. GoTo is very quick on the Titan as usual. They do have this trebuchet here, placing some fairly good shots in there on that Titan. You might want to move it up just a little bit so that you can take down that area instead. We see preemptive Deadeye shots there, just not letting them get any closer. Also an ion cannon there, nicely done by the blue team here. And this is a lot of micromanagement that they are able to do. And that trebuchet hit did actually quite a lot. And there it comes again. Oh my god, there it goes. And basically just obliterates Tuco's army. With those freezes, even though that heat wave and those Pokelai shots were able to do quite a little bit, it is just not enough. There is too much. There are too many units from the blue team at this point. And with the help of this Titan, I don't think that there is going to be enough from the red team to get back into this game. Motuko right now needs a miracle to be able to pull this off. They might be able to snipe this trebuchet and this ion cannon. Kosad is actually doing a very good job at it. Let's see if he can get the trebuchet. But it looks like he does not actually see the trebuchet. He instead wants to go back. And this Titan is going to go down. Again, almost a full health Titan for Children of Gaia at this point. And they are just going to go straight for the archive. Careful with that heat wave. Those quadrupuses are really squishy and they cannot stand in that heat wave for long. Kosad is trying to do something with his Deadeyes, but instead they almost picked up that Ember Fiend. Right now, Children of Gaia is moving in for the kill. As we can see down here, they should be focusing on the archive, but those Aquadillos, that one is actually taking damage from being too close in here, and he has to be careful with that. He's already lost one, and this one might actually go down as well. The Titan is doing some work on the archive in the meantime, and Tuho is really low down there. I don't think that there is going to be enough to push the blue team away. As we can see right here, this trebuchet is actually doing some work as well. So very nicely done by Children of Gaia in this game. They have dominated the entire game and are able to seal this one fairly quick. So Children of Gaia is going to advance to round 3 of the Ruses bracket, while Motuko is going to be eliminated.